Hey everybody, it's Judy Klock here at Stampin' with Crafty Klock, coming to you today for my last Sunday secret stamping. This has never really taken off the way I had hoped, and with the holidays coming up on the next 3 Sundays, starting with Hanukkah next week, Christmas and the New Year's, I figured this was a sort of a good way to end it. So thank you for everyone who's joined me over the last 6 months. I hope you've had as much fun making the cards as I have had designing them and bringing them to you. Like I said, I'm kind of sad that this is the last one, but it just never really sort of caught on and got the audience that I had hoped it would. Like even right now, I see that nobody is really coming on and paying attention. So I'm just going to go through this last one fairly quickly, and we'll go from here. I hope you like this. It's a fun fold, and I want to go out with a bang. So let's go ahead and get started. Let me read our first hint. These are always our measurements. So you needed a colored cardstock, and we're going to score it together as our second hint. For inches, you needed 5.5 by 11, or metric 14.8 centimeters by 29.7 centimeters. You needed another same colored cardstock, another piece for the belly band that was 1.25 by 10 inches, or 3.2 centimeters by 25.4 centimeters. A basic white cardstock that was 2.5 by 5.25, or 7 centimeters by 14.3 centimeters. 2 pieces of coordinating DSP at 1 inch by 5.25 inch, or 2.5 centimeters by 14.3 centimeters. Another piece of coordinating cardstock that was 2.5 by 5.25 inches, or 7 centimeters by 14.3 centimeters. Another piece of coordinating cardstock that was 4 inches by 5.25 inches, or 10 centimeters by 14.3 centimeters. And I should note that these 4 pieces of cardstock should all be different. Then you needed one last piece of basic white that was 3 by 3, or 7.6 centimeters by 7.6 centimeters, or whatever size you needed for your sentiment that's going to go on the belly band. Sometimes it's hard for me to give precise measurements because you might pick a sentiment that's a little bit bigger or a little bit smaller. So size it appropriately for the sentiment you wanted to use. Then you needed a stamp set with images and sentiments, a punch or some kind of die cut for that belly band label, coordinating inks, and if you wish, embellishments. All right, so let's go. Oh, I guess I have two first hints printed. Okay, yay. So with the 11-inch side, or the 29.7 centimeter side at the top of your scoring pool, score at 1.25 inches, 4 inches, and 6.75 inches, or 3.2 centimeters, 10.6 centimeters, and 18 centimeters. So because I don't have anyone making this along, I'm just going to go ahead and read these hints. You may pause as necessary if you are watching this on replay to complete each hint and then go on to the next one. All right, so for our third hint, where the 1.25 inch or 3.2 centimeter score line is, that's a valley fold. That 4 inch or 10.6 centimeters, that's a mountain fold. And the 6.75 or 18.0 centimeters is a valley fold. Okay, so it kind of looks like a little accordion. All right, so you got valley, mountain, valley. All right, and this is just, I'm going to leave this out because we're going to refer to these sections. So this is what I'm calling the top side of the card. And we have B, C, D, and oh, that should be E sections. Yikes. That was a little typo there. All right. And then this is what I'm calling the back side of the card. And we have section A there. So I'm just going to kind of put this off up here where we can maybe see it. Okay. And I'm going to read the fourth hint. So now we want to stamp a greeting on a large piece of basic white cardstock. And we're going to put that off to the side until hint number 9. All right. So now we're going to stamp an image or a sentiment on that other piece of basic white, that 3 by 3 inch or 7.6 by 7.6 centimeter. And we're going to either punch it out, die cut it, or whatever you want to do with it. And we're going to put that to the side until hint number 12. All right. Let me just move this for 1 minute. So then we want to adhere one of the 1 by 5 1/4 inch or 2.5 centimeter by 14.3 centimeter piece of DSP to section A. So you want to put this here. And make sure if you have a one-way pattern, make sure that that is going the correct way. All right. So then we're going to adhere that the next 1 1/4 by 5 1/4 or 2.5 by 14.3 centimeter piece of DSP to section B. So basically that little flap right there, that little section, it's going to get a piece of DSP on the front and on the inside. Okay. We're going to adhere the 2.5 by 5 1/4 or 7 centimeter by 14.3 centimeter piece of DSP to section C. Okay, right there. Then we're going to adhere that 2.5 by 5 1/4 or 7.0 by 14.3 piece of basic white from hint 4 to section D. So that one where we stamped our sentiment, we're going to put that right there. Okay, so you should have DSP, DSP, basic white with sentiment. And then you can imagine on that last section or section E, right, that 4 1/4, I'm sorry, 4.5, try that again, that 4 inch by 5 1/4 inch, 10 centimeter by 14.3 centimeter to section E. So that's going to go over here. Okay, so DSP, DSP, basic white, DSP. Okay. Then we're going to fold our belly band along our score lines and adhere the ends together. And I didn't really make score lines. I just kind of folded it around my card and just kind of figured out where it would go. So I think it ended up to be about 3 inches and 7 3/8, 7.5, where the score lines ended up being. And you want to make sure that you put that seam in the front. Okay. So we're going to adhere the ends together. We're going to put that label from hint 5. We're going to put it on the belly band and we're going to place it over that seam where the ends meet. And that just is a nice way to hide the seam so people don't see it. All right. And then we're going to slide the belly band over our card and add embellishments as desired. Okay. And this, when you're done, this is what you will end up with. So you've got this pretty little card here. We've got our 3 different pieces of DSP showing. Got a little belly band there. I'm going to slide that off. There's my other piece of DSP. There's my piece of white. I've actually written this out. I'm going to mail this off. And there's my last piece of DSP. So that was tonight's secret stamping card. Thanks everybody so much for playing along. I hope you enjoyed this. I'll see you around. Bye.